Welcome back to Recap It. Today we are going to recap a 2018 romantic fantasy movie titled Above the Shadows. Holly has faded to the point of becoming invisible, but she has one chance to restore a disgraced MMA fighter, Shane, to his former glory, and in doing so regain her foothold in the world around her. But before we begin, please consider subscribing to this channel. Now without wasting any further time, let's begin, shall we? Holly grew up in a loving family of 5 children. Except for her mother, everyone else ignores her. Holly, on the other hand, was unconcerned. Her mother's love was sufficient. Unfortunately, disease took her mother away one day. Everything changed after that. No one wanted to talk to her, and the family seemed to think she didn't exist. Holly gradually gained air in the eyes of her teachers. Until she vanished from the photographs, and the family turned the bedroom into a warehouse. Holly realizes she has truly become invisible only then. As if she had never existed, she vanished from other people's vision and memory. She inquires of everyone as to what is going on, but no one responds. Holly is now an adult, and she is gradually adjusting to her new situation. She is single and lives alone in an apartment. She has a delivery service that brings her essentials and then deposits money under the door. She never shows her face because she is afraid of being mistaken for a ghost. Holly has a job as well, though it is mostly at night. As a freelance tabloid photographer, Holly uses her ability to expose celebrities. She photographs celebrities' private lives and sells them to tabloids. She always texts them and keeps in touch with them. Holly loves her job because she can go wherever she wants. Break no rules and refuse to participate in anything. Shane, a security guard, notices her suspicious actions while she is following a celebrity in a bar one night. Shane grabs her hand as she walks out the door and questions her about taking pictures in the bar. Holly is surprised and shocked because it has been a long time since she has been visible to the rest of the world. Shane then kicks her out of the bar and warns her about respecting the privacy of others. Holly is constantly asking him if Shane can see and hear her. Holly asks another guard if she can see her when he comes out for a smoke, but he doesn't hear or look at her, just like the passing lady. The next day, she pays a visit to her mother at the cemetery, telling her about the strange bouncer who can actually see her. When she gets home, she discovers Shane isn't just any guy, they have a connection. Shane was a well-known MMA fighter who was romantically involved with his actress girlfriend. Shane was also caught cheating on his girlfriend, and it turned out that Holly was the one who did it. His career and life were both ruined by the scandal. Holly returned to the bar, feeling guilty and sorry, to confess to Shane. Shane becomes enraged at her admission and blames everything on Holly. Holly claims she wants to make amends with Shane by restoring his reputation. His girlfriend and his fighting career. Holly promises to help him with his given conditions. When Holly reveals that the only person who can see her as a flesh and bone person is Shane, Shane isn't convinced. Shane meets his manager a few moments later. Because she is invisible, Holly can assist Shane in exposing the manager who is attempting to reduce his pay by $500. Shane begins to believe Holly after that. And both parties agree to help each other. Shane invites Holly to a fight in a small club a few days later. Holly stands back and watches Shane fight. Shane effortlessly defeats his opponent. Shane, Holly believes, is deserving of larger venues and fights. She promises that she will assist him in finding better fighters. Holly searches the internet for fighter profiles at home. She eventually zeroes in on Carlos Suarez. Holly shows up at Suarez's house the next morning. She blackmails him by sending him a photo of him taking illegal pills. And she wants to make a deal for it. The man appears enraged, but he is also concerned that the news will jeopardize his career, so he strikes a deal with Holly. Following that, Shane gets a call from his manager about Suarez's upcoming fight in 6 weeks. He is overjoyed and expresses his gratitude to Holly. After that, he concentrates on intense training in order to prepare for the crucial fight. The fight between Shane and Suarez goes viral on social media. The audience is concerned about Shane's ability to make up for everything in 6 weeks. Holly assists Shane with publicity during his workouts. Shane asks if she wants to watch the fight game on fight day, but she declines. Shane is fighting with Suarez over streaming on TV, which Holly is watching. Shane wins by submission in the 3rd round, much to everyone's surprise. The audience and social media find it unbelievable. Shane returns home after the match. He takes Holly to the apartment building's rooftop to gaze at the moon together. He also shares a box of peanut butter ice cream, which he always consumes following a fight. Shane expresses his gratitude for Holly's assistance. He then compliments her attire, touching Holly. Shane kisses Holly a few moments later. A journalist, on the other hand, sneaks up to the roof and photographs him kissing Holly. Shane rushes out to stop the journalist, but he has fled. With those pictures, Holly assures Shane that he will appear to be alone. Following that, the two slowly enjoy their wonderful evening. Holly goes for a walk around the city the next morning. On the first page of the newspaper, she notices a title. Who is the mysterious shadow girl? She leaps for joy as she is now shattered in the photographs, despite the fact that no one can see her at this time. Shane will face Tommy Bones, a two-time platinum belt winner, in his next fight. Tommy bets a crowd in the press room before the fight that he will knock Shane out in the first round. At the press, the two fighters become combative. Shane is asked if Juliana, his ex-girlfriend, is a shadow girl in the final question, but he remains silent. Following the press conference, Holly threatens Tommy once more. She sends him a photo that reveals his girlfriend is only 16 years old. Holly even sends him his girlfriend's student ID as proof. Tommy is terrified, and he has no choice but to take her offer. As a result, Tommy conceded the fight to Shane. His reputation has been restored. Holly spreads the rumors about Shane dating Jackson a few days later. The tabloid's all-time favorite. Jackson, on the other hand, is a scandal-free individual. He is single, has never used drugs, and is very focused on his career. As a result, Holly was unable to find anything to threaten him. She then decides to speak with Shane to see if he can assist her in identifying Jackson's flaws. When Holly goes to the pub to look for Shane, she discovers that he has returned to Juliana. Holly becomes enraged and flees. Holly is pursued by Shane, who eventually catches her. Holly unintentionally reveals that she has been blackmailing Tommy. Shane, a self-esteem guy, can't accept the truth and is enraged by what Holly did. Shane tells Holly that he prefers to win on his own merits and doesn't need her help. After that, despite Holly's apology, he decides to leave her. Holly returns to her mundane life without shame after that. She goes to the bar to photograph for the tabloids. Shane shows up at her house a few days later. Shane admits that his previous failures were not due to her photos. It was due to his arrogance and hedonistic lifestyle. Despite this, he still dumps Holly, who loses control after being dumped. She sobs and throws everything in her house out the window. After a few days, Holly notices that she is no longer visible in the mirror, which has never happened before. Even Shane, the only person on the planet who can see her, was unable to recognize Holly. Holly decided to leave the city because she felt hopeless and disappointed. She pays a visit to her family before departing. She assists her sister in revealing her husband's pregnancy. She also assists her brother in conversing with the girl he likes. Holly realizes that her father isn't a heartless individual. After he dies, he usually pays a visit to his wife's grave. Holly realizes she never does anything to make people like her. Shane proves to be no match for Jackson in the final match. Without any means of defense, Shane is defeated. Holly, concerned for Shane, decides to attend the game. She is distressed to see her lover in pain and receiving punches. Holly climbs to the stage, using her invisibility power to stand next to Shane. Shane can see her again when she touches him on the floor and says she'll always be by his side. Not only Shane, but everyone in the room can. To continue the game, security must drag her out of the stag. Shane, on the other hand, loses the game. He rushes out, however, to reunite with Holly, and the two kiss passionately. Holly pays a visit to her father a few days later. He recognizes her this time. The father and daughter exchange emotional hugs. And this is where the movie comes to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, until next time.